Hey, how's it going, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So I'm up at like 1 o'clock in the morning trying to get this video done. I gotta get posted for today, and I am doing a product review. I thought I lost my Samsung Galaxy earbuds, and I like these, but they're a little bit expensive. They're about 130 bucks retail. You might be able to pick up setup for like 90 or something on like Facebook Marketplace, eBay. But they have good sound, but relatively expensive. Now they do have a lot of cool features like the NFC charging and the direct connect to the Samsung Wear app. So when you flip the lid, it tells you the charging status and whether or not the firmware needs to be updated, and then maybe even the sound settings. But again, at 130 bucks, I find myself constantly worrying about where I left these. They're small. I leave them in jacket pockets. I leave them in bag pockets. I'm worried about putting these in a pair of jeans and then throwing them into the washer. I leave them at work. I'm worried about people walking off with them. So I thought I would leave these at home. But because I thought I lost them, I headed over to Amazon like I normally do, using my Amazon Prime account, and I started looking for a new set. And now I use the same criteria whenever I shop anywhere, but on Amazon Prime, there's no exception. I'm looking for something that is low cost, but decent quality. These, surprisingly, were only $20. Now, why is that a surprise? It's because they had over 7,000 positive reviews of like 4.5 stars. So there's this old saying that you get what you pay for, meaning, hey, you pay a lot more, you get better quality, you pay less, you get less quality. I was just curious what I was going to get for $20 from this little set of earbuds. So taking a look at the box, they're from a company called Bluedio. Now I came across Bluedio a couple years ago. I bought an inexpensive set of headphones from this online ordering company called Wish, and they were similar to these, which I'm going to be doing a review on shortly. The sound that came out of them was pretty decent for a set of, I think, $15 headphones. So I didn't pick up on the fact that these were from Bluedio when I bought them, but when I saw the name, I was like, hey, I remember those other Bluedio headphones. Hopefully these have the same sound quality. These are called the HI Hurricanes. I mean, they come in this little box. I didn't expect much for $20. But inside that box, you have a USB-C charging cable. I was actually shocked to see that was USB-C, because usually some of the lower-end technology has the old style USB, micro USB charging cable on it. So for this to be USB-C, that is pretty cool, because most new devices come out with USB-C charging cables, which means you don't have to carry an extra cable. Inside the box, you get two earbuds that are kind of reminiscent of these iPhone earpods. They are charged in the case, so you charge the case, and then if you want to charge them up, you hit the charge button on the front. And each of these earbuds has an independent control on it. It has a little button that you can press to either answer your phone calls, turn the volume up, turn the volume down, pause the music. There are no touch-sensitive sensors on these earbuds. It's all done through a tactile little press button on the earbud itself. When you pull these out, they're supposed to connect directly to the phone. Now, I believe that it is working. I haven't had these very long to do extensive testing on it. I've had them for about a day. And when I got them, the first thing I did was try to get them paired. Now, I'm going to get into some negatives right now. The negatives is when I try to pull these out of the case, they are pretty difficult to grab and pull out of the case. I don't know if it's because I had lotion on my hands, but getting them out of the case was a little bit difficult. Like, I literally could not get those out of the case. I find it easier to get them out of the case if you give them a little bit of a twist, which pops them out of their little socket, and then you pull it directly up. So that's a little tip for you. Now, once I got them out of the case, the next thing that I found was that a little bit of a turnoff or negative was the fact that they're supposed to have a little LED inside these to let you know whether or not they're on or whether or not you were in the right mode, and you could barely see that LED. It is buried inside the earbud itself. So what you're supposed to get is some light around this little button here that tells you what mode you're in, and I could barely see it, so I couldn't tell whether or not I was in the right mode. So what I did was I put them in my ears, pressed on the button so I actually heard them say powering on, and then they actually said that they were going into pairing mode. And once they went to pairing mode, it was very simple to pair these up. Go through your normal pairing through your cell phone, go into your Bluetooth settings, find a new device, hit pair, and it was a very quick, simple pair. No codes to put in, no acceptance. It just says, hey, you're connected. Once you're connected and using them, I found that they actually produce very good sound. I mean, I was shocked for a $20 pair of earbuds. They put out very nice sound. Now, I'm not an audiophile. I want something that's going to give me a decent quality sound, which is also going to drown out all the background noise I'm trying to get rid of while I'm out in the gym or doing something that I just need concentration on. and I find that these do the trick. When your phone rings, it goes and it says incoming call, incoming call, incoming call, incoming call. A little bit of annoying, but it does give you that feature where it's telling you that there's an incoming call. If you want to answer that call, all you have to do is press the button and then you can answer the call. Now that press button there, that little press button has multi-feature functions. It's allowing you to change your music going back and forth, either using the left earbud or the right earbud. It also lets you answer the phone. It lets you pair, and I can't remember what it does. Let's see. They actually had a different thing that it said pair, answer the phone, last call redial, and voice assistant. So if you hit the button, you can probably use your Google, hey Google, your Google Assistant, or your hey Siri, which she's probably gonna say what? Actually, Google and Siri. Google did it, but Siri didn't. It's gonna allow you to use your voice assistant, so you can do all of that through the little button on the back of these. But all in all, I mean, construction-wise, they're light. Given that they're a little bit bigger than your Samsung earbud, if I can get one of these out real quick. You know, they're a little bit bigger, but they're also light enough that, you know, they probably won't be much of a burden to wear them in your ears for long periods of time. It says that they're good for about 5 hours and 20 hours in the case, so I'm assuming that once you leave them in the case, this battery's going to keep these charged for a while, but I haven't had them long enough to test that out. Again, sound quality was good. It wasn't the best. Now, again, I'm not an audiophile, but you get clearer sound, sharper, clearer sound out of the Samsung earbuds than you do out of these. I can hear those snare drums in some of the music where this sounds a tiny bit, like a tiny bit softer or muffled. But again, for 20 bucks, I am not complaining. It's not something I'm going to return. It's not something I'm worried about. In fact, I'm a big hip hop fan, so these kind of fit the need because they got a lot of bass. I mean, you can feel these drivers pumping in your ears. And when I went into the actual phone's settings for adjusting the EQ, I was actually get better sound out of these. It's not something I would normally do because usually I want to kind of keep the sound consistent across all headphones or as is stock. So, but if you have something like a Samsung phone, you are able to kind of go in and adjust your EQ to give you a better sound quality from these earbuds. But all in all, like I said, for 20 bucks, can't beat it. I mean, you probably could beat it, but I mean, I did a lot of searching and I didn't see anything with 7,000 reviews of a 4.5 stars for 20 bucks. So I've done the shopping for you. If you're interested in a new set of earbuds to probably replace or get as a beater set, or, you know, something that you can keep in a different location, I would say give them a try. I like them. I mean, like I said, quality of them is decent. It's not like, you know, high end, but again, it's only like $20. So hey, I'm going to leave a link to these in my description below. If you want to check them out, please go ahead and look at the link. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. I'll get back to you soon. Talk to you later.